Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today, we're going to be heading into Valhalla, where we might be able to get some blessings from Valkyries, which include some berserkers and shield warriors that can help us throughout our quests. Or we can take out some epic monsters to get us huge glory. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Champions of Midgard expansion, Valhalla by Great Fox Games. I'm going to be doing a rule school, so I'm going to teach you how to set up and play this new expansion so that you don't have to read the rulebook yourself. Here we go. Valhalla is an expansion for Champions of Midgard that adds new leader abilities. And it adds a leader die, which in combat can trigger those leader abilities. There's two new warriors, the berserkers and the shield warriors. The berserkers are crazy with 3 doubles and only 1 miss, but they must be sacrificed first in battle resolution, and the shield warriors have some simultaneous hits and defend to help cover your berserkers. And when you lose warriors throughout the battles, you'll get sacrifice tokens in their place. And you can spend those sacrifice tokens to gain Valkyrie blessings, which will gain you some of the new warriors in the game instantly, or you can go for long-term permanent effects, which gives you points and gives you ongoing abilities. But you can also spend them to defeat epic monsters, which give you a lot of points now and more points for special things at the end of the game. When setting up, you'll notice that the cards and the market stall tile in the bottom right has wings. That's the icon for the Valhalla expansion, so if ever you want to take this expansion out and play just the base game, you'll know which cards and components to take out. If you're not playing with the Dark Mountains expansion, you'll want to go through the different decks of cards and remove the cards that have the mountain logo. Those are only to be used if you're playing with the Dark Mountains expansion. Then you can take the rune cards, the Destiny cards, and the single market stall tile, and mix it in with the base game components and set up as normal. Now, there's a couple of icons here I want to show you. This is a resource of your choice. It could be a wood, a food, or a gold. And the other one is dice with 3 question marks. This is now because in this expansion, you'll be having more dice than just the original 3 warriors. So this essentially says any 2 warrior dice can be exchanged for any other 2 warrior dice. Next, take the Berserker dice and the Shield Warrior dice and place them in pools next to the original 3 warriors. Then place the sacrifice tokens in their own piles off to the side of the board as well. Then place the Valkyrie board just to the right of the main game board. You'll then take the Valkyrie Blessings cards and place them here face down, and then you'll put face up 1 card in each of those 4 slots. Next, you'll take the Epic Monsters cards. You'll put 2 out with 2 or 3 players, or 3 out with 4 or 5 players. Give each player a new burial ground tile, and then give them the corresponding leader ability board just below their normal board. You'll then flip this over. It shows a leader ability. Everyone will get 1 blue leader die, and you'll place this right on here. And this is in addition to all the normal resources that you would usually start with. When you roll shield results using this expansion, the use of them is optional. There's times where you might not want to protect as many warriors as you can with your shield results, because when you lose any die, you'll take the corresponding sacrifice token for that die and put it in your possession. You do not get one of these if you gathered more dice than you can hold, and therefore getting rid of them because they're never actually yours. And all sacrifice tokens go on your burial grounds tile. Those sacrifice tokens are used to gather Valkyrie blessings or defeat epic monsters. We'll talk about this more in just a moment. When in combat, you can decide to use your leader die. It can have hits like a normal die, but it can also have the helmet. Anytime you roll this in combat, you get to activate the ability that's on your leader ability board. However, sometimes you might need to lose a die. You can lose the leader die. They don't die, they actually just get wounded, but they are removed and put back into the supply. We'll show you how you get these back later. After resolving combat, you can spend those sacrifice tokens. For example, you could spend any 2 of them to gain a glory, or spend any 3 of them to gain any die from the supply. Or you can purchase some of these Valkyrie blessings from the board. Some of them are instant Valkyrie blessings, and they have the helmet usually on the left side there. That means if you had already lost your leader die to the supply, you can gain it back, but you can never have more than 1 of these dice at a time. Also, you'll get other different abilities and resources, and you have to spend the different sacrifice tokens shown there. Question mark means any sacrifice token. Some of the cards are permanent Valkyrie blessings. They have this little infinity symbol with glory, which means you get the amount of glory equal to the round you're in. So if you got this card in round 6, you'd get 6 glory plus whatever ability these cards say. The permanent blessings always go in your area, and in this case, in addition to the points as we discussed earlier, when fighting a Draugr, a shield blocks all damage. Now you could buy as many of these cards as you can afford, but they do not refill until you're done buying. If there's multiple people resolving a battle at the same time, like at the hunting grounds, whoever went there first gets to buy first, and so on and so forth. Now the Valkyrie Blessing cards are the primary ways to get the new dice in the game. Also note that some of the cards look the same, even have the same title, but they have different costs for the sacrifice tokens and different resources that you'll get for it. Just like spending sacrifice tokens to gain Valkyrie Blessings, you'd spend them in the same way to defeat epic monsters. First you'll get glory right away on the left side, and then you'll get some glory depending on some game end conditions, like 4 glory for each monster you've defeated, or 3 glory for each Draugr you've defeated, or at the game end, double your score for your destiny cards. So once you've defeated one of these epic monsters, you would put it in your area to make sure you do the game end scoring at the end. Now when we look at the dice distribution for both the Berserker and the Shield Warrior, the Berserkers have 3 double hits and only 1 miss. They're very powerful. However, when you lose warriors in a battle, Berserkers die first. To send along with them, you can send these Shield Warriors because they have half the distribution. 3 of them are both a shield and a hit at the same time, which could help protect some of these Berserkers. That's all you need to know to play the Valhalla expansion. If you have more questions about the leader powers, you can look at the appendix and the rules on page 15. Well, I hope this helped you dive right into the Valhalla expansion and get to the fun quicker than you normally would if you needed to read that rulebook yourself. Now, if you have further questions, I've placed the link below me in the description of this video, and that's the best place to ask them because I'll be notified, but so will Grey Fox Games.